Chapter 2 covers the lure and the dangers of trading. Why the same quality that attracts people to trading is what makes it psychologically dangerous, and what traders must build internally to survive that environment. Chapter Overview. Douglas opens at a trading conference in 1994, seated next to a book editor who asks a simple question: are people getting into trading for the wrong reasons? Douglas says the reasons are not the real problem. The real issue is deeper. Trading offers a form of freedom that most people have been denied their entire lives, and that freedom is both the lure and the trap. Key takeaway: the attraction. What is the real draw to trading? Douglas's answer is striking. Trading offers unlimited freedom of creative expression. Freedom denied to most of us for most of our lives. In virtually no other endeavor can you make all the rules. There are minimal entry requirements, and the possibilities for how you trade are virtually limitless. Someone calculated that bond futures, options, and cash bond markets alone produce over 8 billion possible spread combinations. Add timing decisions, and the variables become infinite. That degree of creative freedom is intoxicating and addictive. Key takeaway 2. The dangers. Unlimited freedom does not come packaged with the psychological resources to handle it. Almost everyone who has succeeded in other domains, law, medicine, business, engineering, built that success inside structured environments with rules, feedback, and defined consequences. Trading has none of those guardrails. The same environment that feels liberating creates unique psychological challenges that very few traders are equipped to handle, and even fewer are aware of. Takeaway 3. No structure. The market has no formal rules governing trader behavior. Douglas draws a sharp comparison to gambling. At a blackjack table, the game forces decisions. There are formal beginnings, middles, and endings. You have to consciously choose to lose more. Trading has none of this. Nothing starts until you decide it should. Nothing ends until you decide it should. The market will not take you out of a trade. A losing position can sit and grow indefinitely. You can become a passive loser, losing without doing anything at all. Key takeaway 4. The 4 problems. Douglas identifies 4 psychological problems that emerge from this environment. First, the unwillingness to create rules. We have spent our lives fighting rules imposed on us, so we resist the one environment that demands self-imposed ones. Second, failure to take responsibility. When outcomes are ambiguous, blaming the market is easy. Third, addiction to random rewards. The occasional big win keeps you coming back regardless of cumulative losses. Fourth, the external control mindset. The market cannot be manipulated. That skill becomes useless. Key takeaway 5. The solution. The solution to all 4 problems is the same. Build internal mental structure. The market will not provide it. It must be created deliberately, inside the trader's own mind, as an act of conscious will. Key quote 1. Boundaryless market. Douglas frames the structural danger precisely. The market is like a stream that is in constant motion. It doesn't start, stop, or wait. Every other structured activity we participate in has formal endpoints. Trading does not. Understanding this is the first step toward building the structure you need. Key quote 2. Randomness without responsibility. When you trade without a defined plan, it is easy to take credit for wins and deflect responsibility for losses. Douglas names this directly. Randomness is unstructured freedom without responsibility. It feels like freedom. It is actually a mechanism for avoiding accountability. And avoiding accountability makes consistent improvement impossible. Key quote 3. The random reward trap. An addiction to random rewards is particularly troublesome for traders. Neuroscience supports this. Unexpected rewards trigger stronger dopamine responses than predictable ones. The occasional large win, even among hundreds of losses, is enough to keep the behavior going indefinitely. Until the trader understands this mechanism and works to neutralize it, the cycle perpetuates itself. Visit our page for more education. Like, subscribe, and learn.